It is so great seeing my next guest back in action. He's going to be fighting at UFC Fight Night, June 4th. It's Mike Trizano back here on the program. Mike, how's it going, man?
It's going great, man. Can't complain. How you been?
I've been well. Is that the deck at your house? That looks beautiful. You got some nice weather out there?
It is, man. It's freaking nice out today. Just enjoying it. Hanging outside. I just did some grilling for some meal prep and just chilling, man.
That's good. Well, thanks for having me part of your chill time. It's all good. Looked like you got a full camp for this one. When did you find out about the fight?
Maybe like a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't too banged up after my last fight, and my main thing is I wanted to be active, and it's been a pain in the ass recently trying to fight as much as I wanted to. But yeah, I mean, my goal was to get this fight in and like another two possibly if I could do it this year. So I mean, I'm not trying to wait around.
Well, I was going to say, because you must have enjoyed the turnaround from the last fight to this one as opposed to before. It was what, like 2 years or however long it was with COVID and everything else that happened, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was supposed to fight. Well, I fought last May, and then I was supposed to fight in October. That fell through, and then I had to wait all the way until February. So it's a little bit longer than I had wanted, but it's all good. We're back in action, man.
And growing a beard, is this a new thing going forward? Is it trying to live up to your nickname, the Lone Wolf?
I don't know. I just recently figured out I could grow one. So
there you go.
Facial hair doesn't really run in my family. My dad can't even grow a full beard. So I always had an issue. And one day it started coming in. I was like, let me try it.
Yeah. And you're I can't remember. Did you get married yet, or is that still coming? I was trying to remember.
Yeah, that was last year. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Congrats. Well, so I was going to say, is your wife obviously approves of it? Cause that's the main one, right?
She definitely wants me to shave it. She doesn't like it.
There you go. Truth comes out. That's good. You sort of referenced the last fight there, Hakeem Dawodu, really tough opponent. What did you take away the most from that fight? I know, obviously you wanted to get the win in that one.
Just activity and volume, man. He just outworked me. He threw more than I did, and he got the W. I mean, it was a good game plan on his end. I wasn't as active as I wanted to be, and that's it. Yeah, you learn from it, you move on. So I'm excited to get back in there.
What do you know about your opponent here, Lucas Almeida, 13-1 record? How do you feel like you match up against him here?
He's a tough dude. Comes forward, throwing. I mean, that's the kind of fight I like. So I'm excited to get in there and scrap with him. I don't overlook anyone. Everyone's tough, man. I haven't fought a single guy that was not tough. Like, everybody's got crazy good records and this. So I want to fight good guys. I want to challenge myself, and I'm excited to just get back in there and stay active.
Anything different for this camp, or is it just business as usual at Tiger Schulman's as far as your preparation?
Yeah, man, business as usual. Just training hard, getting in crazy good shape, and that's it.
Same cast of characters as far as training partners, Julio Arce, Shane. I know Shane has actually been dealing with some COVID stuff. I did something with him last week. Jimmy Rivera. Yeah. Usual guys in the gym with you?
Yeah, man. Jim's been roaring. We get a lot of guys from other gyms too coming in and jumping in with us. So there's just like a lot of bodies to work with, and everybody's been looking sharp, and everybody's got a bunch of different fights coming up. So it's on full tilt right now. So
who are some of the guys you got to work with that came from other gyms?
Oh, crap. They're regional scene pros. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forget their names.
No worries. It's not your job. It's just, hey, I got to train with you. But I mean, how good is that though, to have that variety, right? Especially with regional fighters, because a lot of them still need to prove themselves. So they're going to give you that good push in camp. Do you find that?
Yeah, man, everybody's freaking good. It's just, they got to put their time in, get their experience, and get their opportunity. I mean, you get a lot of guys that have experience in other styles of martial arts, and like, they're really good, and they're just getting their feet wet in MMA. So, a lot of people are gonna. You always see the sport's always evolving, so you're getting guys that are so well-rounded coming in, and they haven't made their pro debut yet, but they're so good. They got so much experience. So, regardless if I'm going with a UFC fighter or not, I'm getting good work.
Yeah. And I think that also speaks to the promotions out east where you guys are. You got Ring of Combat, CFFC. These are like well-run promotions in terms of getting you ready for the big show. There's no easy fights. A lot of times these guys are fighting top-level guys. As someone yourself who sort of went through that circuit, how crucial is that for a fighter when you get to the big show? Because a lot of these guys will come in, they win, they lose 2 fights and they're out.
Yeah, it's huge. You wanna get your feet wet and not not have too much jitters when you get into the big stage. I think just ring time is very valuable, and you want to just get as much experience as you can. I tell all the guys coming up, you guys, like, as an amateur, you should be fighting like every month. As a pro, you should be fighting every 2 3 months. Like, you need to just get in there and just keep getting experience, because when it comes down to it, when you get to the big stage and the bright lights, it could be intimidating, and some people, collapse under that pressure, and you gotta be ready for it. And the only way to do that is just to keep competing.
Yeah. No, well said. You mentioned grilling on the barbecue. How's the weight cut going ahead of the fight?
Oh, always good, man. I'm always on top of it, and everything's smooth. Weight cuts suck, but I'll be good.
What do you typically make for like a meal prep? Like, what are you grilling?
I mix it up, but I just threw on some chicken thighs on the grill and seasoned it a little bit. So I don't put too much stuff on it, especially when I start getting closer to the fight. But yeah, I mix it up. Sometimes I'll do steak, sometimes I'll do chicken, sometimes I'll make some turkey burgers, that kind of stuff. Eat Clean Bro has been helping me out a lot with that, because sometimes I just don't have time to cook, and they've been pretty helpful.
It's good. Corner, I imagine, will be the same as far as your who's going to be in the cage with you that night.
Yeah, Tiger Shulman, my coach Ron Shulman, his brother, and my boxing coach Ray Velez.
How's this fight playing out on June 4th? I know you feel like you're going to get your hand raised, otherwise why sign the contract, but how do you envision it going down?
I'd love to get a finish, man. I'm gonna go in there looking for the finish, because I want to make a statement, and um, I'm sick and tired of these decisions.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. You don't get paid by the hour. We just had a really cool card on the weekend, UFC 274. What did you think of the main event? Charles Oliveira submitting Justin Gaethje. What did you think of his performance?
Honestly, I expected that fight to go exactly how it went. Gaethje was gonna drop him. Gaethje was gonna hurt him, but just Oliveira's got. You know what he does really well is that when he gets hurt, he purposely lays down. So he might not have gotten knocked down, but it probably went down as a knockdown because he got hit, probably stunned. But he goes to his back knowing that most guys are not going to jump on him. So it almost gives him like 15 seconds to kind of recoup, and then he gets back up, and then he's back in it again. Because if you're in such good shape, you're going to recover quick from getting stunned. And I think he does a really good job of using that as a game plan. Like, if you
Yeah.
get rocked, just go to your back, because they're not going to hop on you. So it's almost like you're giving yourself some recovery time, because if you stay up, you're going to keep getting cracked.
Yeah. No,
I
well
think it's
said.
smart.
What about the co-main event? Not what we expected with that fight with Rose and Carla. What did you think of that?
Man, it matchups make everything. She was probably so hesitant with the takedown. You never expect a fight to happen like that. I mean, when that fight was going on, I was immediately thinking of Derek Lewis and Francis Ngannou fight.
Mhm.
You know, they both respected each other so much, almost too much, to a point where it made the fight just not happen.
Yeah, I agree.
So it was weird. You hate to see something like that happen, but it is what it is.
And lastly, Michael Chandler knocking out Tony Ferguson. Your reaction to that?
That was one of those knockouts where I was sitting on the couch like this, and I was like, "Oh my god!" That was a crazy a finish. That's definitely something you don't expect, especially against Tony Ferguson, because the dude's a zombie. So that was definitely got me up on my feet for that one.
Before we get out of here, got to talk a little baseball. How you feeling about? You're a Yankees guy, if I'm not mistaken, right? How you liking their chances this year?
Dude, we're tearing it up. I mean, we had a 12-game win streak at one point or something like that, and everybody's looking good. I mean, Nestor Cortez almost threw a no-hitter yesterday, so we should have won the World Series in like the last 3 years. I mean, back-to-back ALCSs. Like, come on,
Yeah, something's got to
we
give.
have to win this year.
Yeah, Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's kind of coming up there. Have you gone to any games yet, or will you probably go after this fight?
No, I haven't gone to any games. Yeah, maybe I'll go after the fight. I'm not sure. I mean, for a while, I just wasn't going into the city at all because of their vaccine mandates. But now that that's over with, I'll probably get in a few games this year for sure.
Good stuff, man. You
But
paying attention?
I got a nice 80-inch flat screen at my house, so
80 inches? That's amazing.
oh yeah, it's freaking nice, man. And that's the best seat in the house.
Yeah, no, that definitely is 80 inches. That's crazy. No, I was gonna say as well. Just curious as someone because I'm Canadian. Are you following the Blue Jays at all? They got Vladdy Jr. and stuff. They seem to be a pretty exciting team this year.
I think we have one of the toughest divisions right now
Yeah,
in the MLB for sure. I mean, Toronto is looking really good. Tampa Bay is always going to be solid. The Red Sox are solid, even though I think they're doing okay. I mean, Baltimore's not really good, but for some reason they have our number. We can't beat Baltimore for some reason. Out of all the freaking games we play, we can't beat them. But
yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a tough division, and I mean, you're going to see at least 2 or 3 of those teams in the playoffs for sure.
Absolutely. And we're excited to see you back in action, Mike. It's June 4th, UFC Fight Night. If there's anyone you want to thank, any sponsors or any social media you want to plug, I'll give you the last word.
Just every family, friends, my wife, my team, everybody helped me out for this camp. I mean, I say I'm the lone wolf, but I got so much support and people helped me out, man. I'm very appreciative of what I have to prepare for because not a lot of people have what we have, and I definitely don't go into fights feeling unprepared, and I think that's important. So my team's the best.